Hi there, thanks for joining us here on BCAP TV. I'm Brian Caprici. Today we're here with Ellen Steen from About a Bride, a great little boutique shop here in Niagara on the Lake. Ellen does wedding planning, and she's got dresses here, all different kinds of accessories for the bride, and lots of great stuff and a great resource for brides. So Ellen, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So just tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your shop. How did you kind of come to be here? What kind of stuff do you guys do here?
All right, wonderful. I started as a wedding and event planner, actually back in the States.
Okay.
And when I moved up to Canada, decided that this would be great to do some wedding planning and really work on some of the weddings in the vineyards and so on. And at some point, a couple months ago, I saw that this space was available and thought that, you know what, why don't I just actually complete the circle and actually help brides with picking dresses.
Right.
You know, I would go with my clients to go see the dresses.
Right.
And they were all very similar to each other. And
Right.
I just thought, you know what, I can go and find some designers that would really give some good, different, unique designs, and
That's great.
Made those connections and opened up the store.
That's great. So talking about that, you said you're using some different designers that maybe some other boutique shops aren't using. Talk a little bit about that, because I'm looking at the dresses here. They look different. We've talked about some of the differences.
Right.
What are some of the differences that your dresses have over other shops?
Okay, well, one of them is that we carry an Adele Wessler Eco Couture line.
Okay.
So the dresses are organic.
Okay.
So they're either made of natural fibers, silk, hemp, bamboo,
Great.
or they have natural organic elements like feathers and shells and wood and crystal. And then the other two designers, they are just very either vintage inspired or have this touch of class meets funkiness. So yeah, you'll see peacock feathers, ostrich feathers, black dresses, blue dresses, red dress. So
that's awesome.
Very different.
So kind of going along that same lines, you have a lot of different accessories and different other kind of products for brides. What are some of those accessories that you offer for them aside from the dresses?
Okay, an example would be instead of the long satin gloves that you would maybe only use for your wedding day, if that, we have more vintage inspired fingerless gloves. So you can use them for a cocktail party. You can use it with a great pair of jeans and heels, or we have the birdcage veils, and they come in different colors. So again, you can use that for a cocktail party.
I love the birdcage veils.
Yeah.
I love photographing birdcage veils.
Okay, very, very wonderful.
You'd also mentioned earlier about the experience that you guys deliver to your clients. Obviously, being in the shop, it's a beautiful, beautiful shop. It's designed like immaculately. I love everything about it. Can you talk a little bit about the experience that a typical bride would go through when they come into your shop looking for a dress?
Absolutely. They will find a completely personalized experience. We actually call it the shimmer and toll experience.
Okay,
so
cool.
they are treated definitely first class.
Right.
And we, when they come in, they're greeted warmly.
Okay.
And they have their own appointment where they can go and be provided with champagne, tea, coffee, pastries.
Awesome.
And they can try on all the dresses. So
awesome.
Each dress is very different from each other.
Okay.
So we end up having to try them all on. And it's just a big party for me, really.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And for them. Also, when they do purchase the dress, they end up receiving 3 wedding planning sessions with myself.
Okay.
So we budget the checklist and the schedule.
Okay, that's great.
Just to make everything about the wedding planning seamless. So we do that, and actually once the dress is purchased, there's a picnic lunch for the bride and the groom on us.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's really, really great.
Yeah.
So then you have the three planning sessions. If the bride would like to continue on with your planning services, that's something that she can then decide then?
And there'll be a customized price for that, because obviously they are a valued about a bride customer.
Okay, that's great. So talking about your planning services, is it something that you do offer on the side, aside from the boutique shop here as well, or is it something you exclusively offer together?
We can do separate event planning as well. Some brides have come in here and have seen that there's a definite touch of class and taste with the dresses, so then they can obviously assume that, well, she has really good ideas.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's okay.
Hello. Hi.
Jess.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great to meeting you here.
Nice to see you.
You too. It's nice to finally meet you.
I'll
give you a hug.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Okay. Welcome back to BCAP TV. We were just welcomely interrupted by Jessica from Flourish Design Company. She dropped off a beautiful bouquet for us to hold for our photo shoot. So we're going to continue on where we left off,
right,
and I think
good.
we were talking about your planning services and about whether or not it's something that you offer exclusively with your boutique shop, or it's something that you offer on the side with just wedding planning services.
Right. Okay. With both. So
Okay.
if a bride obviously purchases a dress here,
Okay.
we do wedding planning sessions.
Okay.
If a bride or somebody comes in here and says, wow, okay, I already just planned my wedding,
Right.
or whatever it may be, but I love your style and your
Mhm.
approach, sometimes that helps them to say, I want you to plan my anniversary party, or I
Right.
want you to plan my upcoming birthday party,
Okay.
or so. So I can do it outside of the store.
Great. And that's actually good to know as well then. So you offer services outside of wedding planning. You offer event planning, anniversary
Yes,
planning, like
yes.
anything involved in that.
Corporate events, so I've done fundraisers,
Okay, great.
fashion shows, we've done networking parties. So.
Great, great. So kind of talking about, just real quickly coming back to when the bride comes in here to do their dress fitting and try on dresses and all that, are there any tips that you might give a bride, coming in? Like, do you recommend that she brings her bridesmaids? Do you recommend she brings her mother? Who do you recommend she comes in with? How should she come prepared? Like, these kinds of things.
I would say definitely bring some people.
Okay.
Don't bring too many people. You know,
Right.
that whole too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
It can get quite confusing
Okay.
and overwhelming.
Yeah.
But for her to bring somebody that she can really trust
Right.
in style,
Okay.
and who will tell her what's looking good and
Okay.
what direction she might go into,
Okay.
and somebody that would have her back.
Okay.
We're very nicely honest. You
Right.
know, I want you to look fabulous as a bride.
Of course.
And we will definitely put her and make whatever we need,
Right.
seamstress-wise and so on for
Right.
her. But I would suggest that she comes in with a couple of people,
Right.
and just be open about it.
Right.
Usually it ends up being the dress that you've never even thought about.
Yeah.
That is the one that you decide to go
Yeah.
with. And to know that also, if overall 99% of the dress you really, really love, but you don't like that strapless and you want straps, be open to the idea that we do have a seamstress that can do that
Right.
for you, or some designers are actually even very willing to take the bodice of one dress and the bottom of another and put them together, kind of make a style for them.
That's
so
really
just
great
to be
to know.
kind of open and know that
Right.
what's exactly there in a lookbook doesn't have to be your dress. Like, we can really create something that shows them, and really says who they are.
That's really great. Do you find that usually you have brides coming in with a style that they think that they want, and they come in and they often have a completely different idea once they start trying on the dresses? And
Absolutely. I have a lot of brides that come in and say, I don't want strapless.
Right. And
And then they end
leaving
up
with
with
the strapless.
Yeah, and they say, I love this.
Right.
It also helps when they do know what their body type is.
Okay.
And what would look good on them.
Right.
If they don't, not a problem.
Right.
We do.
Right.
So
right.
we can do that.
So you definitely recommend then a bride coming in to be open-minded to trying different dress styles out, even if it's something that they don't think they might like.
Right.
They might get it on and say, like, holy cow, I actually like how this looks on me. So
Absolutely.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Kind of just wrapping up, what's one piece of advice that you would give a bride planning her wedding?
To have fun with it.
Okay.
And to stay true to their own personality
Okay.
and their own character. If you absolutely love, like we were talking about vintage styles earlier,
Yeah.
if you absolutely love that style,
Right.
then go with it.
Right.
And don't worry if your mom or other people are like,
Right.
you're going to do what?
Right.
Don't worry about it. Like, just make your wedding your own.
That's
And,
great.
whether that's the dress, whether that's the shoes, or what particular things you want in your reception.
Right.
Just make it your own.
So plan the wedding for you, don't plan the wedding for other people.
Right, exactly, because
That's
it's
great.
really your big party.
Right. That's great. Well, thanks again for joining us.
you.
How can our brides and grooms get a hold of you? If they get a hold of
Absolutely.
you?
You can check us out on the website, and that's www.aboutabridde.ca. You can come visit us. We are always welcome to. We love just meeting new people, and we're at 125 Queen Street in Niagara in the Lake.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us on BCAP TV. We'll see you next time.